Yeah, kind of crazy, ain't it? But as you can see, your boy's up this morning, and like I told y'all on YouTube, I'll be starting to record these videos of me in my from the morning, from the start of the morning to the end of the day. I just woke up fresh from my sleep. I got enough hours of sleep, and so I'm about to start drawing. All right, I don't know where the stuttering is coming from, but I'm about to start drawing. So the fact is, what's been happening, as you see the title, it might be kind of sketchy to some people, and they wonder what is this all about? Because it's of course not a normal title, right? The whole point is the title is what it is because I've been dealing with this essence of falling asleep due to the hands of a harasser. My body being being accessed through either technology or spiritual, as you know, one of the two. I'm investigating that and finding out which one of the two that is right now. That's part of what this whole thing is about. So that's pretty much what I've been enduring back behind closed doors is some the harass like I just did with my right hand. Left side equals right wrong, right side equals yes. And that's part of why I haven't been making videos because I don't have freedom to speak without something harassing me and saying and even making a mistake even without something harassing me by body. And I don't want to feel that. All right. That's literally what I deal with every day. Now, I know that some of y'all might say that it's mental, all right? But y'all have no proof of anything mental on my own behalf just because I'm explaining something that y'all can't tangibly you know, say that you can witness, which is a person sitting up using technology or a spirit harassing somebody. But I've recorded my body, which spirits, cause things to move by themselves. I've recorded my body parts moving by themselves. Now, a good example is for y'all to understand, and I bring it up to let you know that I'm not mental. And I'm going to be showing y'all that video as well. I'm gonna be sending y'all the link, putting the link out there for y'all to see the video that I'm talking about of my genitals moving by themselves that's posted on X on Twitter, so that you can see that I'm not playing. Now, a good example, like I was saying, is to sit up and call somebody mental is if you sat up and you saw a woman that started complaining because she noticed that her ear was just folding by itself. This is what I mean by a body part moving by itself. If you just watch someone's ear just fold like this, something that stands up all the time, that stays, you know that this stays a certain type of way. This of course, your genitals don't just stay a certain type of way, but whenever something is rested, you know, and you can obviously see change. Now, if your ear just did this and you saw no agent, no hand, nothing foreign of an object moving it, and it just folded like this down somebody's ear, and then just went back up, you wouldn't think after the first time that happened, even probably that that's very weird and that you can't cause that. You didn't think that you felt something. You saw that shit move, so you know you felt something. You saw it move. You can't think you felt something if you saw it move. You understand what I'm saying? A mental person can think that they feel stuff crawling all over them. When I've recorded my genitals moving, is my point is, I don't think that I'm feeling things on me any longer. When I say any longer, I mean based on the status of how y'all, in y'all's terms of, you know, before I had that on proof as far as recording, y'all view it as, mental. You feeling these touches and stuff and all of that, maybe it's mental. Well, it's no longer able to be deemed that when you have a recording of your stuff moving by itself. That ain't mental. That's something to consider as spiritual. Or if it's not spiritual, you know that we got technology these days. That after it started with the devices, my harassment of heating of the body parts started really with the devices being heated and then transferred to my. So that's where technology has to be considered as an agent with this as far as what's going on. And then the capacity of how long I'm watched. I'm watched 24/7 as if it's in my body, living in my body. So I'm about to start drawing. I'm recording this video because I should not fall asleep as soon as I start drawing. All right. I know that I'm gonna start off with low amounts of people watching these videos, but what this thing doesn't understand is as the accumulation of people comes up with people watching these videos, they're gonna want to start from the very beginning when they find out the real truth of what's going on. All right, because I'm proving very good that this is something that you don't want around having access to your body. That's real talk. Because once you see that video, you'll be like, damn, dude got to deal with this in his pants all day. Yeah, all day and worse. Because it doesn't just have access to my front area, it got access to every part of my body, including my behind hole. Now, I ain't feeling any sexual touches, no sick touches or anything right now. I could sit up here and continue to talk for hours. And do y'all not realize that behind closed doors, if you saw the different mode that I was in, you'll be blown away at how I carry myself behind closed doors. I'm not on YouTube. Like I'm really schizophrenic, literally. Like I mean, literally, like feeling this. I mean, on the eyes, the ears, behind the ears. I just had a dream last night that I wiped blood from behind my ears from dealing with this big bullshit. But just moving, wiping shit off, wiping the feeling of shit off because of I mean, literally, it doesn't just have to, use sexual touches as an harassment tactic. That's just his main preferred tactic. But every other corner of my body is subject to be harassed just like that. And so I've dealt with where it's just went popcorn frenzy crazy. Touch here, touch there, just ridiculous, just acting up. And I'm acting up right along with it. And how you see me right now is nowhere near the same as how I be then. Because at that time, you like y'all got days where it's some days you just don't want to be fucked with. You don't want nobody around you. You just want peace and quiet and just need to be to yourself. You do not realize that I have not felt that. My hands are heated right now, and it'd be stuff going on right now all the time when I'm talking to people and I'm sitting up not voicing what's going, you know, not even smiling through it, but just because it ain't shit to smile about at all. So when it comes to my talent and how good I can draw, this is part of it. I be trying to get this much done, and that's where I'm at right now. You see, I'm almost at hyper realistic. I'm almost at photo. So for a mental person, that's how I'm almost at hyper realistic. If you want to call me mental, how many of y'all can do that? All of this down here was where he was sleeping, or it was sleeping me just yesterday. You can see that I do got my discovery back there. For every girl that I draw, all of my models, these are girls who have accepted being models for me, just like the Playboy Mansion. So at the end of the day, not the copy Playboy Hugh Hefner, but that's kind of like what the influence of a young, rich male that love the fuck out of females. Real talk. And this was all him sleeping me yesterday that I got to finish up in detail and make sure that it looks compatible with like the hand detail, the variation, the shading and shit like that, because that shit was ridiculous. So literally, that's what I do every morning. I wake up in the morning and I get the drawing. That's my job. Besides me going to these shitty work jobs, at the end of the day, it ain't just about this. You got this right here. Okay? It ain't just about this. The fact is, you got this. So whenever anybody sits up and they say anything about what you talking about when it comes to drawing, people better wake up and realize when I say shitty work jobs, these shitty work jobs that you value so much, all of those logos that you have, all logos have to be drawn out. You got to draw out every damn logo that exists. Y'all fail to realize that drawing is the number one fucking job in the world. And that's very important for you to realize that. That's the number one trade, or if you want to call it drawing, art. There is no argument. Every logo on every car that you got to drive to work is because somebody sat down and drew it one time and they're getting paid countless times for it, for every royalty that's paid. You're not talking to somebody who's stupid. Now, this is something ain't nobody pointed out to you that comes from me. Drawing is what creates the world around you. That dollar bill that y'all love so much would not exist without it being drawn. Look at it. Somebody had to draw that. So even the money that you got that you can make, it was only makeable by drawing. You have to draw that shit out. Your clothes, your fashion, all got to be drawn out. This couch, the designs that's on it, you see how that look much like my shit? There you go, right there. Same thing, same discover. This shit is everywhere. Real talk. You cannot escape it. And that's a fact. You see that detail? That's crazy, boy. Boy, that's crazy. That shit wild. That's and that's the pyramid of America. That's the one to be built here. So when you see Anchor Water and it has that water that's around it, when you hear in the future of the pyramids being built here, I don't want to hear and see any fake support coming later, because you hear about this from one person and only one person, while all the other black people just talk about and question whether we'll ever do it again. I already got the blueprint made out, and it deals with every other monument that you see here. You overlay my stuff on top of this right here, which is the Nazca star, and you're going to find out exactly the truth about everything else. None of this shit can be made up. You do the same exact thing with Angkor Wat, with those four corners that you see right there, as you do with these four corners over here, and zoom out. It just so happens that something from this side of the earth, when you put those four corners on top of that, these four corners, you get the same thing that you'll get with this right here. But they from two opposite antipodal sides of the earth. So what does that do? That confirms that your work is what? The answer to what they've been trying to figure out. Every other ancient temple, like you could see with the Mod Harasser temple, got exactly as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as far as the corners. In the interior, which is especially where it's 0, 1, because this right here is the barrier to walk. This is creating a stairway. All of this stuff right here in this area is exactly what the discovery is. That octagon right there is approximately right there where the earth is at. Mm-hmm. The earth 8, octagon earth. So that's crazy. I mean, shit, out of all numbers, 8th earth. That's the closest one to it. So anyway, as you can see, I did this just to talk and keep my just to show me I ain't sleeping. I ain't tired. Now I can go from drawing one thing. Nobody can say that he's just a one-track artist and can only draw one thing. That's real talk. Straight up. I'm an artist that can draw several different things. Anything I lay my eyes on. And art is the number one thing in this world that pays. That's what it just, so people will try to sleep on you being an artist. Well, what other occupation is it where you can get paid $1 million for one thing that you did? How many occupations is like that? To where if you create something, just the right thing, you just happen to be able to get paid a grand sum of money like you won the lottery and walk on off like nothing happened. What other occupation can you do that besides basketball and things like that? There's not too many occupations. So when I told y'all that art is what creates the world around you, that's literally the truth. And it's one of the most paid professions that y'all look over. Straight up. Thank you. I appreciate you, Artist Arena. I appreciate that. I'm actually going to start teaching people how to draw on here as well. How to draw. These are art skills that I keep, in the background, not showing too much because of what I've been dealing with in life. But I'll definitely start showing my art skills a lot more. So I don't know if they've seen the other people that just came in, but I pretty much make a book for everything. This is my model, one of my models, and she agreed literally to do this. So I don't do this just for one girl, but this is just who I'm focusing on right now. And so she's got a full book that she's gonna have at the end, and I put my logo, kind of like the Playboy bunny, on every single thing, just to brand myself and put that shit out there. So when they post it, people will see that, just like you see Apple, because this is something that's not just going to be a discovery mathematically or architecturally like that. I'm using it to like a utility, like Nike is on. They are on a lot of stuff, just like everything, bags, shoes, some of everything. I'm just really trying to brand the mess out of it and not leave a hole and push everything to its greatest potential. So I'm about to start drawing and everything. I wish I could, and I do have a what do you call that thing that watches you when you not an easel. Come on, man. The camera stand thing. I do have one, and it's just locked up in storage right now. So whenever I get my living situation settled, which I'm working a job right now to help with that, but if y'all ever want to donate to my Cash App or anything in that process, because I'm not bumming, I'm just trying to get myself to where I need to in life. This situation, honestly, has held me back. I ain't been able to have a stabilized place to stay or nothing like that because of this stuff. So I'm at the end of the day just making sure that I work and do this as this is always my career, but it's just on the back burner right now because it's not making the money. But always for people to know is this is what will make the money that no job ever could. If there's ever a point in my life where I'll be fully paid and not have to work and a lot of money just be there, that's gonna come from this. Because paycheck to paycheck, I can't control how much I make. But with this, I can control how much I make. I can up how much I make. So that'll be it. I'm gonna go ahead and start drawing and shit. And the screen will be black pretty much because my front camera doesn't work, so I can't flip my camera around until I get my other phone fixed. So I know y'all will likely leave, but whenever I finish it, I'll raise up the camera and I'll show it at the end so y'all can just fast forward to the end of the video when y'all come back later if you want to see the end product. But I'm about to roll up my weed and smoke, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get the art going. And thank you again, Artist Arena, for your compliment and comment that you dropped. I really appreciate that. There it is. There it goes. Miss going live. Yep. I might forget that the camera is rolling. At some point, that's what's crazy. I might forget that it's rolling and get to acting out like I normally do when they get to fucking with me. Mind you, I haven't felt any bad feelings of sexual touches. It's hard to sit up here and explain what's going on. When y'all know that I'm dealing with people who don't understand, like my family, and seeing what I go through every day, what's going on. But man, when I say that it is a horrible feeling to feel watched and be watched, literally 24/7. Man, it's a horrible feeling. It wipes life out of you. It's worse than prison. That's real talk. Prisoners got privacy to a degree. When you ain't got any privacy in the mind, it's a problem. Yeah, I'm gonna be dropping that video from X of my proof of my sexual harassment without a that's what's crazy. Because men will hear this shit and say, damn, dude being sexually harassed. That's what's crazy. I'll be showing proof of that from Twitter. Uh in this actually I'll do it from this video. I'll put it in the description area. Or next video even. In the description area. So that I can have it in the title and people can click that link and see the harassment that I've been enduring. That way y'all can know it's some weird. Now it takes a mature mind, like a doctor's type of mind, somebody who can, deal with seeing certain stuff to deal with that. It takes a mature mind to look at a male's genitals move by themselves. That's not erectile related. And when I say that everybody that's seen it, the doctors that have been, the doctors that have seen that video of what I deal with every day, that's what changes what the fuck is going on completely. They think completely different after they see that video. That's where all of the mental stuff get thrown out the window because there's something going on that they can't explain. That's why I ain't got no explanation. And the fact that they can't explain it shows me that there's something going on that ain't medical. It's something that's at the hands of an agent. There's an output that's inputting something. I think I can comment here. Nope. Damn. This shit started on YouTube, all right? Now that's what's crazy. So this shit started on YouTube, right? As far as me being hacked. It was years ago. I was on YouTube with a guy named Bro Sanchez, right? And I was speculating that I was hacked. I was realizing that this dude was inside of my shit because of what he was saying at that time. And then out of nowhere, I realized that there was an IP, or not even an IP, but somebody was watching behind closed doors on YouTube. And I recorded that on YouTube. That when I was making a private video, the private videos like I've been making here in my life recently, that there was one person that was popping up behind closed doors. It's like this number says 2 right now in here viewing. I know damn well if I got a private video going that there's no reason in the fucking world that the number should say 1. There's no damn reason. And the fact that been 0 the whole time that I've been recording these private videos these days shows and authenticates the fact that shit, back then I was right on what the fuck I was saying. That there's no reason that the number 1 should ever pop up on a private damn fucking video that you ain't gave anybody a link to. So that was the proof that I was hacked back then beyond, and then it extended to the fact of my IP, and IP being in my shit that ain't supposed to be. Okay, so it went from that and started with all of that shit to where the fuck I'm at now. That's where the fuck all of that shit started from, was right there. As far as speculating being hacked. Knowing you hacked once you got an IP address. The point is, it started here with YouTube. And so I'm seeing my numbers right here, these very numbers that I'm seeing, the same fuckers is here. Do you understand that? I'm not saying that all of you, that you is them, but I'm saying that the numbers, like literally the people, this hacking shit started from YouTube. So 9 times out of 10, the people sitting up here watching and playing could be exactly the people, besides Artist Arena that did compliment, could be exactly the fuckers that's sitting up fucking with me. Just like they was starting, they was back there back in the day with that number 1. Hell, it was somebody, and that one person probably is one of these motherfuckers. That's straight up. That's the whole point. All I want motherfuckers to know is if it's any of you sitting out here working with anybody, period, point blank, I don't give a fuck who you work for. Bitch, I'll knock your fucking shit the fuck loose with your shitty ass. I don't give a fuck who the fuck you with. None of you. That's real talk. I don't give a damn who the fuck your ass with. What the fuck your cause is, what your problem is, bitch, you don't hack me, you dumb fuck. That's real talk. And there's some consequences for it, whoever the fuck is. Ain't nobody got a damn game to play with no fucking fool. That's real talk. That shit don't make no damn fucking sense. Just hack the fuck out of somebody for no damn fucking reason. I know back then I was sensing every time that I'm talking about something, it's somebody. Every time I talk about Angkor Wat, it's somebody coming behind talking about an Angkor Wat. Every time I just did, and they ain't even made a video yet. I knew what the fuck was going on back then. But now, who the fuck is this steady doing is now that other people is carrying on with their life and making videos still, but then I'm dealing with this shit. I don't even see the same personality from some people, man, that was going on. The attitude, the personality, the y'all do y'all over there and I do me. That's because it was jealousy. It was a bunch of pushing off shit and saying y'all do y'all thing over there, and I don't want nothing to do with y'all niggas and shit like that. And all y'all, it's a bunch of that shit was going. That was because niggas jealous of what the fuck it is that I got. Jealous of what, motherfucker? Did you see what the fuck I just showed? On the real, did you see when it come to cosmology? I told you that the earth ain't fucking flat, and I'm the one who came out with a way to show and prove your ass that it ain't flat and not be like other people. That's the damn proof, straight up. Do you see a flat earth? Yup. And that's what it is. It's proving that the earth ain't flat. The fact is, bro, if I take this ball, bro, when y'all say that the universe is fractal. Fractal means self-generated, a shape that is self-similar shape. This is something that is three-dimensional. So something correctly fractal, a universe that is fractal, it reflects the micro and the macro. Because that's what the fractal going to do. When you zoom into it, it's going to be the same self-similar generating shape. And that's why when you look at this right here, this is an apple, which can be seen from a side view, which when you look at this right here work, all of this architecture with an octahedron looks exactly the same from the top view, the side view, the side view, the other side view, the other side view, and the bottom view. You got those 6 points. You got a point that'll be behind this one directly on the other side, and this one right here has this point that'll be over here. And if you're looking for it, that 0 and 9, that point that I'm talking about, if you zoom, because this can be a big 0 and it's fractal, you got that right there, which is right there. That line right there. And then that'll be right there. What I'm talking about over here. The fact is, man, when you look at the earth from a top view, the continents that are on the side end right there on the side. You understand that? So you're looking at a globe too, right there. Do you see it? The flat earth and the globe could only be explained as whichever one is the right one through a genius method of having both of them there together. So hopefully you can comprehend that I had to put both of them together so that both flat earthers and globe earthers could access their cosmology through what I'm trying to prove to them. So that's why you can see, literally, that the globe is here through the aspect of the equator. That's the equator line. That's what that line truly is, the halfway point of Earth. And so you got halfway to be right here, right, from a side view. And when you look on top, that becomes directly at the side, if you understand what I'm saying. So that's just crazy, man. That shit do. Boy, I be on the boy to that weed, boy. What I be doing, man, it's just this shit is just crazy, boy. I never thought that I would do something like this in my life. On the real. Because you got the AE map that's back here, and people could falsely understand that as this is a flat earth depiction. No, it's right there so that you could see the ancient cosmology explained through the truth. Because literally Mayan cosmology, when you look that up, you're going to see it look just like this. Vedic cosmology, when you look that up, you're going to see it look just like this. So all of the ancient flat earthers, how could I get their attention? Because if you show them a globe, they'll just throw that shit to the trash, just like that. They're going to throw shit to the trash. So, at the end of the day, you got to show them what it is that they need to be seeing. And that would be what? Their cosmology. And so they can see their cosmology, something that's going to intrigue them. They can see, they know what Mayan cosmology looks like. And so when they say, or Vedic or any type of cosmology that's antediluvian, and so when they see that, that shit would hit them and they'll be gravitated towards it. They wouldn't run away from it. But my whole thing is with flat earthers, where do y'all have the southern lights on y'all stuff too? Because that's what I also use to prove to y'all. Y'all are false and y'all don't know it all. When it comes down to it, y'all really ain't on the level of somebody like me. Now, you can deal with somebody like Bro Sanchez and other people like that. Y'all ain't on the level, and I know that that sounds cocky, but you can take it how you want to. If you cannot provide a reasonable debate against what I'm saying, you are not on the level of somebody like me. If you're going to sit up and say that the earth is flat when you do not even have any understanding of the aurora australis or the southern lights, then you aren't on the level of somebody like me. Okay? I'm not saying that I'm better than you as a person. I'm saying that I am, as far as on the level intelligence wise. You're not intelligence wise on the level that I'm on. Because you first have to show and prove to me that there's a depiction of, or show me in nature how it works on a flat earth, the southern lights, which I've never even seen a flat earther mention. So they would therefore, like I was explaining yesterday, have to come up with an explanation because after all, you cannot find an explanation, a depiction, any art representation of, ancient representation even, of the southern lights on a flat earth, which is the first cosmology, right? And why is that? I can go to nature and go see aurora australis, which exists because of a pole, which you see also with that apple I just had with fractal cosmology. You have a north pole and a south pole. That's what you see here. You see a north pole and a south pole, and you see the same side running around, like you saw with that apple, like a skin. This is called universal cosmology. So this is something that applies to everything in the universe, such as 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Your fingers or your toes, which literally go like that. Big toe in the center if you put them together, just like that. I mean, it's right there. You are built off of this. Just like, and people wouldn't argue that when they see the Fibonacci sequence and they see, what do you call it? The Vitruvian Man with this arm. The Vitruvian Man literally goes into it's built off of the 45-degree angle, everything. It's all dealing with that. But this is the base of it because the metrics that what y'all don't understand probably, and I can't say that whether you understand it or not because I haven't talked to you. But the fact is, what y'all probably do not understand is I say that this is one of the greatest, or if not the greatest, mathematical discoveries in the world because of the fact that every other mathematical discovery that you know of has to use these numbers. I mean, it's like the ingredients of a cake having to have. I mean, you don't have a cake without the ingredients that you got. The cake may be great, but you better think if without the ingredients, what you gonna have? I mean, for real. I mean, for real, for real. Without these numbers, E equals MC, this number 2 squared, you can't square nothing without the number 2. Every other formula, A squared plus B squared equals C, you don't have that without the numbers that are here. The Fibonacci sequence is all a decimal code. That's based on these numbers though. So even a Fibonacci sequence is here. It comes from here, the spiraling of it. It comes from here. That number 0 that you see right there, it starts off like that way. It's going, this 0 right here is this 0 right here, but then you spiral at 45 and zoom out, and you could keep on doing that. And that's how you end up with this being a earth or a 0, a circle, a 0, because that's what 0 really, 360 degrees. You don't have 360. When people say 0 isn't a number, that's not true. You wouldn't have a differentiation of 36 degrees to 360 degrees if you did not have a 0. And without this 0 right here, if you took this out, it'll be number 1 that starts first, and no longer will 4.5 be fractal. And the whole discovery, it'll be 1 square in the center instead of 2 squares up here, and everything that you see right here would not be able to work out as far as the Nazca star, because you got 2 squares that are right there, and those 2 squares are that 4 and 5 that are right there. So if I took this and changed this code by adding one number or taking away one number, nothing would line up perfectly. Like braces are molded to a T to fit right here when it comes to this discovery, which authenticates my discovery. This fits just like a molding, a cast. It fits right on top, and nobody's gonna sit and act like that's not amazing. You know, like where have you seen somebody do that before? Like this is something that's drawn in the desert out there, and you can only see this from a sky view. And so I'm holding back my potential. And if anybody has a mind that understand that somebody's showing you something like this, like the smart people who have questions, and I know that some of you can't be too dumb. Anybody smart enough will question, damn, has this dude been here before? How does he know this shit? When you zoom in to Angkor Wat, those corners literally look just like this shit. It's the same thing. The point is, I'm holding back how much I know. I'm seeing how people react to what I do have to show. And the fact is, I got abilities that I'm not letting people know. That's how I was able to figure out this. When it comes to somebody showing you the aspect of flying, of being able to see from in the air, having a higher aspect of knowledge, spiritual wise, astral projecting and things like that, astral projection takes you to fly and to be able to see up above. Time traveling, you have to time travel in order to know certain stuff. So how could you really prove whether somebody time traveled or not? Besides something like this. Somebody bringing knowledge to you or answers to you from the past, a time where nobody was around and nobody's been able to answer. And this grid that they've been talking about as far as the ley lines is literally right here. The architectural blueprint that ancients built upon, the unified blueprint that you would need. And I've asked the AI even, how could you prove this? Is there a unified blueprint and how could you prove it? And it literally it said that there isn't one, of course, because yes, nobody's disclosed one. And then it also went on to say that if you could, that's because nobody's proved it yet, but you would prove it by such and such, such and such. And I'm going to make a video off of that too, to where I show y'all exactly what the AI said as far as the methodology of proving this, because it literally mentioned everything that I have under my belt. You would have, and it's not about just obeying or listening to the AI. It's just the fact that this right here, I mean, I'm dealing with humans and I'm trying to explain it to humans that are supposed to be the real intelligence. And I'm trying to see if y'all get it, because the AI gets what I'm showing is what I can let you know. The AI already said that I took a picture of this and it confirmed that that's the answer to the Nazca star. It's not me thinking it. I took a picture of that and it brought up that shit by itself. And I put that out as a video in the past. That's stuff that y'all been sleeping on. So literally my point is, when it comes down to the AI, it confirmed and said that you would have to see remnants of that blueprint throughout the architecture. The architecture itself will reflect literally the blueprint itself. Like you have chess pieces and you fit them inside the squares. These are designated non-movable chess pieces that you fit inside, and it's a reason that they fit and contain perfectly inside of that's 4 right there. And when you look at Teotihuacan, its whole, I could have did it from a sky view. It looks like this part. So I got to investigate this one. I got a lot of them. I just got to study, honestly. But this one right here is the first pyramid built down here, the Corral pyramids. And they're as old as these over here. The first pyramid over here from Egypt. It's not about patriarchy or anything like that. When I say that a pyramid is going to be built, the purpose of this pyramid, what you see right here is a reflection, and it's to clean water. That's the whole purpose. I'm not just doing this for no reason. The purpose of the Grand Pyramid of America is to clean water in a natural way, because you literally can use quartz, not just quartz, but other stones and stuff like that to filter water. Okay, electrolytes, electricity, piezoelectricity, you can use all of this stuff from nature to naturally clean water. And that's something that we need on this earth, because a lot of people ain't thinking into the future. 50 years from now, the population is only going up and up and up and up. And honestly, we got too many people on earth. That's why you got so much fake food. We don't have enough land to grow all of the food that we got, have all of the houses that we have, and do it. I mean, it's not enough land. It is not. It's too many people on earth. And so I'm thinking ahead of the game. And something like this where you can make millions of dollars from this. This is just one thing. This one piece of work right here. Literally, I could take this to a gallery, and based off of how much it is worth as far as its intelligence, because the CIA, another crazy thing, I showed y'all that too. Intelligence, speaking of that, this shit, the CIA building. Look into that. It's exactly the same geometry. Something like this is worth millions of dollars. I got a huge project that's beyond this times, to almost 30 times. So this is just one of them. Something like this, bro. I was making a point of what the fuck you could do with it with money like that. But I lost it, honestly. It's just crazy, man, how much this shit bragging on it. I just need people to understand what they're really dealing with as far as it. It's not to be looked over at all. It's something that's a help. Everybody else all over the earth, they're showing you can't say that it means nothing. All over the earth, you see this. All over the earth, bro. That's like every language all over the earth has different characters. When you go over there to Thai, they have, or Cambodia, their languages are not anything written like the languages down here or over here or over here. Egypt hieroglyphs look nothing like the hieroglyphs from over here in what do you call Mayan hieroglyphs. But what do they have in common? This geometry here. They all speak different languages and write different languages in different ways, but it just so happened that they have this thing in common, this shape. Okay. Because I could have did a screencast, but I can't right now. I wish I could have. But I just finished my book last night, my first book. Besides me doing the epilogue at the end, I did just finish that. I end off with the turkey mosaic. So turkey's way over here. And I think that's what I'll draw over here because honestly, the fact is, I got to add this. Well, that nigga cold in them. Boy, that's my dang face, bro. As the clouds, bro. That shit crazy than a damn motherfucker, boy. Boy, I was off shrooms like a motherfucker, boy. When I finished that motherfucker, that was fun. That was fun. I was gone, boy. I'm trying to tell you, shrooms ain't what I took to create it, though. It's intelligence that made this. I always do the celebration and shit after. I always draw first usually and smoke after, but man, I do smoke before too. I ain't gonna stunt, especially dealing with this shit. But damn, man, that moon is my favorite thing. That moon, boy, that's my favorite part of it all. And then I'm a Cancer too, so that's something that's gonna stand. But that moon, boy, that's the key to. I love the whole thing. I mean, you got this over here. That's outshining the sun right here. That look like the real sun. I mean, the real sun, as far as that's the real sun, but that is just the sun behind the pyramid. Man, that's crazy. And see, when you zoom, the thing is, it's not just sloppy looking work. When you zoom in, nothing is touching the corners. All of the numbers, everything is clear, bro. It's like a computer did that shit and stamped the shit. I made my work like it is for a reason, bro, not to look ugly and shit. And you see what it says? You see what it say? Google Maps. Boy, what colors do Google have? Same colors. You know what'd be crazy is if y'all seen this shit on that Google bar where it put Google up there. One day you might see 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 up there where it say Google when you first open the page. And I would not motherfucking be surprised if it do. on the real, because it's got that much power and potential. This is something that I put Google Maps there for a reason, because I have to work with people who have satellite technology in order to confirm the rest of this. They got to sit up and get access to this and then use their satellites in order to confirm everything else that I'm saying, because I ain't got that money. And once they do that, then everybody gonna be like, what the fuck? If you ain't already know. It's gonna be like, damn, bro, what the fuck, bro? That's billions of dollars. Them people is billionaires. So when I say that this is worth millions of dollars, that's something that shit, it open up the door to that. Everybody can't talk or got a reason to converse with billionaires. Man, that's amazing, boy. I can't, boy. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, boy. Wow. I'm just playing around with it now, bro. I get mesmerized sometimes, because that's what the thing is. It's a mandala in some context. So a mandala on the real, bro, it causes it you meditate and look at them. So if you look at the Indian mandalas and stuff like that, they do remind you that that shit crazy, bro. That's like, it made me look at the world different. You look at the clouds outside, you see my face, bro. It make you look at the world different, bro. Especially when a nigga proving to you what the earth ain't. You thought it was flat, and it took that nigga to show and prove to you that it ain't. With the Aurora Australis. If you say, how did he prove it? Until you can prove that the Aurora Australis functions on a flat earth, there is no flat earth. You just believing in something. Okay? And you have me to thank for that, for shutting that shit down. I'm just telling the honest to God truth. If nobody can debate or argue what I'm saying, there is no reason that you should continue believing in the flat earth, and you do have me to thank for bringing to that realization, not in a cocky way. But that's what I'm here for, to help people with the truth. Because sometimes people just need help, bro. Everybody can't think alone. And it ain't to put yourself above nothing, shit, Eric. Sometimes people need help. I didn't need any help in figuring this out, though. Man, that's why I say, shit, you think I need help in knowing what the fuck the real shape of the earth is and knowing that it's not flat? Mm-mm. I'm trying to tell y'all, shit, Einstein ain't figured this out. Einstein, Nikola Tesla ain't figured this out. On the real. Now, shout out to my dude for real, but because I could never fuck with Tesla. But Tesla ain't do this. I got ways of creating the stones up here that y'all ass don't know about. That I ain't gonna even say, bro. When I say it's amazing, I'm gonna have to do, because I gotta be careful with information like that. Cause stuff like that, just like this is genius, I gotta be careful letting people know about shit like my greatest, like just simple ideas, bro. Simple ideas of how to make stones. How to make stones. Damn. I'm trying to tell you, time travel. Y'all could be dealing with somebody who didn't time travel, and you wouldn't even know it. I'm just playing around with the world, bro. I'm gonna be on History Channel, so you better you think that somebody doing some shit like this just running their mouth, you crazy. That's on the other side of the damn fucking earth, bro. You crazy. Ain't nobody just running their mouth about nothing like this. This right here is proof. I ask of you, how can you prove time travel besides you traveling in time yourself? Because how can you prove that somebody just traveled from a point in time if they just come through a door? What's the proof that they came from that point in time? They got to bring something from that point in time that they was in to prove, hey, this is old, this is ancient from that time. And I'm trying to tell you that the greatest way to do that, the greatest way to time travel is through your mind, period. And y'all don't understand that. And when you time travel through your mind, that's where you can bring back certain stuff. That is that proof. Because your mind is the vehicle. But that's what all of these ancient societies was doing. That y'all end up talking about. Is that their mind was the vehicle, the Merkaba, or the Vimana. Literally, that they traveled through. They meditated at these spots, and it was a place that helped them lift off. I don't see what y'all don't get. Straight up. The proof is right there. It ain't me thinking that it's that. It's the fact that when you put that right there, that geometry, the dots that are down there that you see right there, those dots are literally right there. So when you would zoom into this right here, this dot that's right here, and these spokes that come from right here, that's what? The 4 center, which is this 4 and 5 right here. Or 4 and 5 right here. So you need a dot that's right there in that sense. You need that dot that's right there in the center. And the dot would be this 1 and this. And you can only answer these questions through my work. It's like a treasure map. And people ain't understanding that there's 19 other stars out there. That upon this being fixated on the perfect, correct spot, measurement-wise on the Earth, it reveals what all of the other 19 stars are and what they mean. Straight up. So this answers the question to a lot of things. And that is amazing. Ain't never seen nothing like that in my life. I'm going to end this video and skim through my book real quick. I'll come right back with another video.